Thank you, Chairman Reed, and of course, Ranking Member Inhofe for holding this hearing. And uh, we've got lots to work on today, but I'd really like to thank Mr. Del Toro for speaking with me yesterday, and I want to thank all the nominees for your willingness to serve. But Mr. Del Toro, I really want to speak specifically today about Fallon Naval Air Station. Nevada's proud to host Fallon Naval Air Station. It is home to Top Gun and our nation's premier carrier Air Wing and a SEAL Training Center. And so last year, the Navy requested an expansion of over 600,000 acres of federal land and over 65,000 acres of non-federal land, which would expand the Fallon Training Complex to 900,000 acres. Federal land managers currently allow the public to access much of the proposed expansion area for grazing, for hunting, for mineral exploration, and geothermal development. And the Navy's proposal would curtail many of those activities in addition to restricting tribal access to its really important cultural sites. So in FY21 NDAA, we included a provision, Senator Mastro and I put in, and that we offered it mandates the creation of an intergovernmental executive committee, or IEC, to allow local, state, and tribal governments this public forum to collaborate, to communicate with the Navy, and to give advice to what we need to do, exchange all of that information. That's really important to make sure that if we do expand, that it is done so in agreement with others. And of course, we do have to worry about modernization requirements, and we have to keep up with emerging threats and technologies. But I have to think about Nevada's natural resources and our cultural resources. Recently, though, however, the Navy sent over a legislative proposal to this committee, which unfortunately, after having some of these meetings, was identical to the request from last year. It doesn't incorporate any of the suggested changes that came out from the local stakeholders or the Nevada delegation. So, Mr. Del Toro, as the Navy pursues modernization of the range, can you commit, if confirmed, to exchanging the information, collaborating with our local, state, and tribal government, all of the relevant stakeholders, and be sure that you will begin to incorporate these as you try to submit any request to this committee?
Senator, I want to make sure I'm looking at you. I think the cameras are there. Good. First of all, let me thank you, Senator, for your commitment to national security. Fallon, Nevada, the base there, is incredibly important to our national security, for our naval aviators, for our SEAL teams. And your commitment has been very long, and we're very grateful to it. It's incredibly important to expand that Naval Air Station, as you know, and the range in order to accomplish our national security mission. In doing so, it's also equally important to respect the tribes that have sacred lands there. And I commit to doing all the things that you said, working with the committee that was established. And I also look forward to meeting with those tribal leaders as well, too. I'm not sure if they've actually ever met with the Secretary of the Navy, but I commit to you that I will meet with them and have these critical discussions. I think that there are also interagency discussions that need to be had with the Department of Interior to try to correct the problem that you mentioned. And I look forward to working with you and your staff on all these issues to make them right.
Thank you. And so I'm hoping that if confirmed, you'll submit a revised legislative proposal that would incorporate this stakeholder input. But briefly, in just the minute I have left, in 1959, the Navy dropped live an inert ordnance outside of Fallon's B-19 range. We talked about this, and approximately 6,000 acres of land was contaminated of the Walker River Paiutes Tribe Reservation. So if confirmed, again, will you commit to working with me and the Nevada delegation to ensure that the Walker Paiute Tribe is fairly compensated?
Senator, if confirmed, I fully commit to working with you and your staff on this incredibly important issue as well.
Thank you. I need to go vote, so I'm going to yield back my time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.